Welcome to another business snippet. My name is TJ Plyler, President of Mountain Ridge Consulting, and I'll be your host. Today, we'll talk about job benchmarking. If the job could talk, what would it say? Fortunately, we have a methodology for doing just that. So let's take a look. We'll start with what is job benchmarking, how were jobs benchmarked, what's the value, and summarize. What is job benchmarking? It defines the job and not the person in the job. Many times we get caught up looking at the high performers and trying to understand why they're high performers. And what we need to be doing is understanding what the needs of the jobs are. And that's exactly what this does for us. Uses an interactive process and job assessment. Eliminates many of the common biases in the selection process. That's very important today in our environment of diversity and inclusion. We really need to be looking at job fit or job match. And it uses current high performers to let the job talk. How do I benchmark jobs? I start with a job description, scope and stakeholders included. Identify key accountabilities, and that's part of our patented job benchmarking process. Incorporate the appropriate job assessment based on level of the job. It could be as simple as DISC behaviors and driving forces motivators, or for more complex jobs we can add EQ, DNA, and acumen capacity as needed. We create the job benchmark, and then we compare the candidate profile with the job benchmark, and that helps us assess the level of job fit. The value provides a direct positive effect on the bottom line, ensures you hire for the job again and not emotions, reduces the learning curve. The better fit a candidate is with a job, the quicker they're going to come up to speed, and the better the development will be over their life cycle. Basis for onboarding, development, and retention. And I'll mention onboarding here because as we think about bringing a new hire on board, the instant they walk onto the job, we need to be able to provide them with their workstation, their IT equipment, log-on credentials, and next steps of what they need to do to come up to speed in the job. If we don't do that, we're sending a negative message to the employee that they're not important to us today, and then we'll get around to that when we have time. Instance after instance, I hear about new hires showing up and the organization is not ready for them, and that sends a terrible first impression and really hurts your employer of choice brand. Reduces turnover by up to 70%. Reduces turnover by up to 70%. That's huge, and this has been proven time and time again. What's the cost of a bad hire? 1.5 times to 3 times the annual salary. So when you tie the reduced turnover to the cost of a bad hire, you can see there's significant opportunity for improving your bottom line. In summary, job benchmarking lets the job talk. It supports the talent management cycle: recruit, hire, develop, retain. And as I talk about in the talent management business snippet, we need a job benchmark before we can create a core competency model. The core competency model drives the core curriculum, and the core curriculum drives development throughout the employee's span of time in that position. So the job benchmark is really the foundation for the talent management life cycle. Structured interviews objectively collect consistent information about each candidate, again, getting back to job fit or job match. Process includes an onboarding packet with job benchmark and development plans. We talked about the importance there. And finally, just to reiterate, direct positive impact on bottom line, cost of a bad hire at 1.5 to 3 times the annual salary. Thanks for tuning in. My name is TJ Plyler, President of Mountain Ridge Consulting. I'd love to hear from you. tj@mountainridgeconsulting.com, or check out our website, www.mountainridgeconsulting.com. Thanks.